Hey, welcome to Surviving Motherhood. Okay, if I may, I'd like to have a word with you. That is, I would like to tell you about a word that I have just learned that God is using to change my perspective, to give me a fuller understanding of how amazing His sacrifice is for us. See, in my precepts class, we are now going through the book of Philippians, and this week I am doing some study on chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 6, starting in verse 5, it says, "Have this attitude in yourselves, which was also in Christ Jesus." Here's verse 6. "Who, although he existed in the form of God, did not regard equality with God a thing to be grasped." I have read that verse many, many times. I understand it's saying that Jesus was God, but he didn't somehow count that equality as, I guess I didn't really understand what that meant, because I don't know about you, but for me, when something is not grasped by somebody, like if I don't grasp something, I typically understand that to mean that I just don't get it. Okay, I don't grasp that idea. It is not fully understood to me. And so when I read that even though Jesus existed as God, he didn't count equality with God as something to be grasped, I just kind of understood that to mean, it wasn't that high on his priority list. He just, I'm God, but I can deal with not being God for a little while. Okay, that's sort of how I understood it. So this week when I'm doing a study on this verse, I thought, maybe it would be helpful to me if I looked up what that word really means. And I'm so thankful to God that he gave me that motivation. Because, all right, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, but in the Greek, the word that is translated to be grasped in our Bibles is Harpagmos. Harpagmos. I think that's how you say it. And it means, it's the act of seizing, or it is the thing seized. It is an object of eager desire, a prize. It means to seize, especially by an open display of force. And that is what Jesus didn't do. It says that he existed in the form of God, but he didn't see equality with God as something that he should forcibly make his own. And I don't know about you, but that gave me a way different picture than what I had understood before. It wasn't that he was just saying, I don't need it. I'll let it go. It was Jesus saying consciously, no, I'm not going to force that to be my own. He could have said, God says, Jesus, I want you to go to earth. I want you to live as a human being. I want you to die for these people who have so wronged us. Jesus could have said, are you kidding me? I'm God. I'm not going to leave heaven. He could have pulled the God card, but he didn't. He didn't consider that something that he should seize on his own. Rather, he chose to obey his Father. He chose to leave the glory of heaven. He chose to come and live on earth and be despised and rejected and humiliated, and he suffered. And he did all that because of his great love for us. And to me, that one word, Harpagmos, just changes everything. I am so thankful to God for a new understanding, for a greater insight on what it means that Jesus didn't count equality with God as something to be seized by a show of force. I've always known that I love Jesus. I've known since I've known him. Okay. Ever since I have known the Lord, I have been thankful for what he has done for me. But this one word, Harpagmos, has opened my eyes and made my heart even more thankful than it was before. So I wanted to share that with you because I hope that as you have a greater understanding of what he gave up for you, and more than that, of his willingness to do it, well, I hope that's going to strengthen your faith, and I hope that's going to encourage you to share his great love with somebody else today. And with that, you go. You have a wonderful, Jesus-full day.